First this hour, President Trump speaking out at the Department of Justice yesterday, saying the DOJ has eroded the public's trust in the government. Of course, this is not the norm. Presidents usually keep this department at arm's length to avoid politicizing it. But President Trump is doubling down on his claims that the DOJ is corrupt and that it needs an overhaul. Joining us now is NewsNation D.C. correspondent Libbey Dean, live at the Capitol, with more on those remarks. Libbey.
Hey, Kelly, President Trump making his traditional campaign speech that we've heard so many times, but it was made in this non-traditional venue for a president at the Department of Justice yesterday. These remarks were about an hour long, and they covered everything from the president's past experiences with the Justice Department, how he plans to remake the Justice Department in his second term. A lot of topics hit, but let's listen to what President Trump had to say.
Now, as the chief law enforcement officer in our country, I will insist upon and demand full and complete accountability for the wrongs and abuses that have occurred. The American people have given us a mandate like few people thought possible.
We also heard the president air a lot of grievances and criticism for former President Joe Biden and the past leadership at the Department of Justice before he came back into power. And the president also mentioning certain prosecutors by name who investigated him in the past, calling them, quote, scum and thugs. Now, the president, even prior to this speech, we know that he has that lengthy history with the Department of Justice. And this is likely just the start of this new era that Trump has really vowed to bring there. And these remarks, just the start of that.
Yeah.
And
so, Libby, what's been the Democrats' response to all of this?
So they were outside the Department of Justice yesterday and did a response right after Trump delivered this speech at the Department of Justice. And basically what they had to say was a lot of criticism of the fact that this was these remarks were taking place at the Department of Justice. We also saw these remarks from Democrats. They were standing alongside Justice Department workers who have been fired or resigned when Trump returned to office. Let's listen to what one of those Democrats had to say.
The speak we just witnessed is a desecration of the essential values of the storied department in every way. It's an insult to the thousands of professional lawyers who go to work at the Department of Justice every day to enforce the rule of law, not the personal vendettas and partisan games of a politician.
And the overarching theme of these criticisms that we keep hearing from Democrats is that they believe this speech really damaged the traditions of the Department of Justice, who is supposed to remain, independent and not politicized. But Democrats saying with Trump's remarks yesterday, that was the exact opposite of this. But President Trump saying the opposite of that, of course. So a lot of back and forth from the two sides, as we expect. Kelly?
Yeah, a lot of different takes on this one. News Nation's Libbey Dean. Libbey, thank you.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.